Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and today we're going to be talking about what it feels like to meet your soulmate. I'm super excited to make this video because, well, what can I say? I found him. The feelings that I get. So I guess I should start from the beginning. The first time that I saw him, he was talking, right? And I was getting into his car because he was picking me up. And I felt like the world kind of stopped a little bit. It was pretty intense. You know, like usually I would get nervous, or not nervous, but just kind of neutral feeling. I felt extremely comfortable in his presence. It just felt like, I don't want to be cheesy and say coming home, but it felt like we were longtime friends that were just meeting up again. You know, that we haven't seen each other and we're meeting up again. It felt extremely just comforting, and throughout the entire day I felt just very natural, very myself. And even though, you know, in this lifetime I've just met him, it felt very, the only words I can describe is comfortable, especially when we meet up. When we're together, you know, we're just always talking. There are things that we say to each other that we don't say to other people that we've dated, especially not this early on. And he said some things that made me go, okay, he definitely felt the same way. So he told me that if it feels like you've seen me somewhere before. And that sounds like a very cheesy line that you used to pick up somebody. But we were on a date and he looked at me and he was like, you know, it really does feel like I've met you somewhere before. And in the back of my head, I'm like, hello. But you can't just straight out and tell someone, hey, yeah, we're soulmates. Did you know that? She's just gonna be like, I'm gonna leave, bye. But yet he also communicated that he felt similar in the way that he was feeling. And this is the crazy part, when we're apart from each other. So after the first date, I was apart from him, and I was very blissed out. Like, I felt so happy for a couple of hours, and then after that, I couldn't eat. And I eat a lot. I couldn't eat. I felt so weak. And the best way I could describe it is just this intense yearning. Like, I felt like my soul just got dragged out of my body, and I was just like a living zombie. Like, I just couldn't do much. I was kind of just dragging along my day, and it felt like really intense high and then really, really low. Like, it was just such a huge contrast of emotion, and I didn't know what I was feeling. So a couple of the people that I know, there's, you know, psychics, right? And I went to them, and I didn't want to just assume that this person was my soulmate. Even though I came to that conclusion, I didn't want to, you know, like, affirm myself, because I have a deep emotional attachment to this concept. You know, of course everyone wants to meet their soulmate. So I asked him, I was just like, hey, like, can you just see what this relationship is all about? You know, how come I'm feeling this way? And they're like, yeah, he's a soulmate of yours. So that confirmed it, especially when multiple people are telling you and they're reading into you and they're like, yeah, he's your soulmate. That's when you just go, I see, so I was right. And it's the feeling that I got when I'm not with him. So it's kind of like, I only get it after months of spending time with someone and I miss them a lot. You know, like when you first date somebody, you don't really miss them. Like, you're like, oh yeah, like he's cool and I would love to see him again, but you don't miss them deeply right after I finished seeing him and we were apart, I missed him like a lot. And I was just in my room like, oh my God, I feel like another half of me got ripped out, and I'm just waiting to be reunited again. It just felt so intense, a type of just deep yearning when we're apart, but like extreme bliss when we're together. So it's still new, still very new, but it's one of those things where you're just like, yup, this is it. And I hope this video helps for those who've also met their soulmate or is just curious as to what that feels like. And of course, I'm gonna do updates like maybe much later on and just to give you more of a heads up of what that feeling feels like and how it feels like, so that you can also identify in your relationships. And trust me, I did a lot of thinking on if this is just like an emotional attachment or whatnot, but it's not. It's a deep soul feeling. It's feelings that I can't describe. You know, it's not like anger, jealousy, sadness. No, it was pretty intense. Yeah, and I hope this video helps clarify some things questions you're wondering about. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. There's a red button down below. It's huge, it's big. Click it. And of course, comment down below if you have anything to say, share your experiences. I love hearing from you guys. And of course, I will see you in another video. Also, if you want to know how I manifested my soulmate, link description down below. If you don't see the description, you should probably come back in a little bit, but I will link it as soon as that video is up. Thank you. See you soon.